Hey Dr. Gonzalez, this is Brian from Leadhounds, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can start doing to bring in more patients through your website. So you might be asking yourself, why is this guy just showing us this stuff for free? Couldn't we just do it ourselves and take advantage of the extra business? And the answer is yeah, you absolutely can do that. But what I've found is that most small business owners don't have the time to worry about perfecting their website or showing up on Google searches. So if you do have the time, that's great. I encourage you to use what you learn in this video. But if you don't and you feel like you could use some help with this, then just give me a call or shoot me an email after you're done watching and we can talk about the next steps. Okay, so I mentioned those 3 strategies, but before we get into that, I want to talk about the goal of those strategies. And that's going to center around what's called buyer intent keywords. And that's basically a word or a phrase that someone's going to search on Google when they want to pay for a service. So, in the case of Miami Lakes Med Spa, that might be something like Botox Miami. So I went ahead and searched for that on Google and we can take a look at what comes up. So up at the top we have the paid ads, right? So basically, you pay Google and they'll put you in one of these spots. But most people tend to skip over these. They only get about 1% of the clicks. So then right after those sponsored ads, we get what's called the organic listings. And these are the websites that show up without having to pay any money directly to Google. And these are what's going to get most of the website traffic from searches like this. So up at the top here, we see Miami Skin and Vein. I know they're big in the Miami area. They're coming up at the top, probably one of your competitors. Then we have a couple more, GV Plastic Surgery. And we can scroll down and see if we can find Miami Lakes Med Spa anywhere on here. And if we keep going down, so that's the bottom of the first page, and I don't see you guys. So we'll look at one more page just to make sure. Nope, nope. Okay, so then we have more links. So that means you're at the bottom of the second page, or more ads. And we didn't see Miami Lakes Med Spa. So what that means is that all the people searching for Botox Miami are going to be clicking on your competitors' websites because they're on the first page. So then you got to ask, well, how many people even search for this stuff? Like, do I even care? And we can actually answer that question using this tool called Ahrefs to get search data. And right here, we see that keyword Botox Miami, and we see that it gets 1,000 searches every single month. And if you look at this list, we have Botox and Miami. We have Miami Botox, like another 1,100, 250 searches. So just looking at these top few keywords, that's over 3,000 people searching for Botox Miami every single month, right? That's a service you provide. And we could get a similar list for every single one of your services. But if you're not showing up on Google for those searches, then nobody's going to be going to your website. So let's take a look and see what keywords you do show up for. So I went ahead and searched Miami Lakes Med Spa on Ahrefs, and let's take a look at your keyword list. So here we go. We're just going to sort this by your position, right? And what you want to look for here is that you want to be in the top 10, right? Spots 1 through 10, because that basically means you're on the first page. So right here, we see you do have a few on the first page. Spa Miami Lakes, that's good. Miami Med Spa. So you're showing up for some pretty good keywords, right? But we don't see Botox anywhere. Medical spas in Miami. Again, these are some good keywords you're showing up for. So you're actually off to a good start. But what you can see here is that these keywords don't have a lot of traffic, not as much as those Botox keywords we saw. And what you really want is to get people to your website who are searching for a specific service, right? Because they're the ones that know what they want to buy, right? they know they want Botox already. So they're just looking for the best place to give it to them. And when they see you at that top spot, that first page of Google, they're all automatically going to think that you are among the best places to go for Botox, right? So that's what we want to get you on that first page for. And, further, we can already see for some of these better keywords, Med Spa Miami, you're in the 10th spot. So you're kind of right on the bubble there. And we would want to get you into the top 5 for that one. And that goes for all these ones you can see down here that are in the, mid 10s to 20s. Okay. So why don't we take a look at one of your competitors and see how they're doing? Okay, so this is Miami Skin and Vein, right? We saw them at the top of the search results there, and we see they show up for a lot of keywords, almost 17,000. And so if you look at theirs, right, you can see exactly what I was talking about here. This is what we want to see, right? Botox Miami, they're in the #1 spot. Botox and Miami, #3 spot. And even like some other services here. We have lip fillers Miami #1, lip filler Miami #1, right? So they're showing up in the top spot for all these keywords. And that means that the majority of the patients searching for these are going to click on their website. So how can you beat them out for those top spots? Well, that comes back to those 3 strategies that I mentioned at the start of the video. And the first of those is going to be the content on your website. So what do I mean by that? Well, what Google wants to see from its top businesses is around 1,500 words of content that actually uses those keywords that you want to rank for. So let's take a look at your website and see how much content you have. And the website looks really good, by the way. It's clearly very professional. And we'll scroll down and see how much content you have. So there's a good amount there. And we'll keep going down. And you have some good FAQs here. That's good. All right, so we got to the bottom, and I think you probably have around 500 words of content. So that's a great start. Not quite at that 1,500 that Google wants to see, though. So let's look at Miami Skin and Vein. And if we scroll down here, so they have a little bit right there. And we'll just keep going. And we're at the bottom, and yeah, they probably have around the same amount, about 500 to 600. So that's a good thing, right? That means that in the content department, they're not going to be tough to beat out. And once you add that 1,500 words of content, you're definitely going to be winning in this category. So let's move on to the second strategy, which is called backlinking. So a backlink is when another website posts a link that goes to your website. What that does is it tells Google that you're a credible business, because when they see other companies, other websites talking about you, sending their own users to your website through that link, right? That gives them trust in your business. And they're going to reward you for that by moving you up in the search results. So we see here that you have 3 backlinks, right? 3 referring domains. So that's 3 other websites that link back to you. And let's take a look at Miami Skin and Vein. So we see here that they have 308 backlinks, right? So right there you can tell one of the main reasons that they're beating you out for all of those valuable keywords, right? They have way more backlinks. So we can take a look at these links, and basically what we can do is go through each and every one and get you a link from that website. And what that's going to do is it's going to match the strategy that they're using to get such good results for all these keywords. But we don't want to stop there, right? Once we've matched their strategy, we want to keep going and just add another 100, 200 backlinks so that we're not just matching them, but we're blowing them out of the water. Okay, so that's backlinks. One more thing I want to talk about is what's called the Google Maps section. And this is that part of the search results where you have this little map and then 3 featured businesses. And it's going to be really important to get your business into these top 3, because these actually get about 30% of the clicks from searches like this, which is a lot. So what we can do is a strategy we call citations, right? And that's very similar to backlinking, except instead of linking to your website, it links back to your Google Maps profile. So what we want to do is we want to look at the top competitor, in this case, Smith& Co. Botox, and we want to copy all their citations, just like we did for the backlinks. And of course, we don't want to stop there. We want to add an extra 100 or so citations so that you're going way beyond what they're doing. And on top of that, we want to make sure we're optimizing all the different fields in your Google Maps profile. We can geotag your images so that you're telling Google where you want to send your patients, and we can help you respond to reviews so that you're connecting with all of those patients. And all of this stuff is what Google wants to see and what they'll reward you for by moving you up in the Maps rankings. Okay, Dr. Gonzalez, so those are the three things I wanted to talk about. Again, that's the content on your website. It's those backlinks, right? We want to make sure you're matching your competitor and going above and beyond. And we want to get you in those top 3 map positions so you can take advantage of that extra traffic. Thanks so much for listening to this video. I really hope it was valuable to you. If it was, just give me a call or shoot me an email after you're done watching this, and we can talk about next steps. All right, thanks.